I tried coming up with a story or something that I could tell while waiting for different parts of these applications to work. Decided instead that I'd just talk about what I'm doing. I'm picking a photo that I'm going to take into VSCO, Visual Supply Company, and I can't decide between these two. I think I'm going to go with this one right here, of the old fire lookout on the top of Black Butte, west of Sisters, north of Black Butte Ranch. It's up at the top of the butte. It's a 2-mile hike up, 2-mile hike down. And there in the distance, just beyond that old historic fire lookout, is Three Finger Jack. Working through the filters. Like the fade on number 5. I like that filter a lot. Want to keep that blue sky without making the scene too cold. A9 warms it up quite a bit, but I want the ground to look fairly realistic. No, not too much orange shadow. And it also shouldn't be so bright that it's glary. I want it to be something that people can look at and kind of get a sense of warmth and of magical realism. Sense that this place couldn't possibly exist, and yet knowing that it does. And then also wanting to kind of capture a sense of longing. This is a person-shaped space, and it's waiting for someone like you to show up and explore. Have some super high saturated filters here in the K series, but so much orange there in the ground, and a lot of that is because of the dead grass. That M1 tones it down quite a bit, but at the expense of the color, that especially in that sky. M5 and M6 really lift the shadows, but they take away a little bit of the mystery there. See, with the N, you've still got fairly light exposure, but with better shadow just under Three Finger Jack. And these are some high fade, heavy filter. That P3 is a yellow, and then P4 is a bright, bright blue in the highlights. P6 is more purple. This has taken me a lot longer than it normally does, but it's because I just can't quite find... I like P8. I like what that did. Pretty dramatic with the clouds. Let's look at the street etiquette filters. See if they're any better. Try the T series. I don't remember what T stands for. Moody. And that kind of green tinted filter in the T series is not bad. Let's compare that to P8 though. Oh, P8, we've got such strong shadow. We're going to go with that. Do a bit of a rotation. I did too much there. And let's cool it down just a little bit. Actually, we'll do it a lot. And then we'll bring it back just to see how that affects. Just going to go down 1. And let's work on the fade. We'll bring it up. Too much. Still too much. Take a look at the tint. If I do it all the way up on the purple side or magenta side, we get a little bit of pink there on the rock. That's nice. If I bring it down to the green side, then the mountain looks more distant. And what's that do to the ground? I wasn't paying attention. It's not doing much to the foreground here. And that's where I'm having the color problems, is with that really bright orange foreground. We're just going to go ahead and go up +1 there to, it's good for the rock. See what happens if I lower the saturation. It's not bad on the ground, we're going to do that. That might actually resolve that issue. Bring down the sky. Bring it back. Okay, I can see what that does now. Down to a 5, and then let's see about adding a little bit of color tone to those clouds. Getting them a little bit orangish parallels the ground. That is not good, and I don't think I'm gonna like the blue either. Definitely not. So we'll try the cream beige, try the orange. We're gonna go with the cream beige, and I'm gonna dial it down just a little bit here. And then let's do the shadow. Start with blue. Oh, that cleaned up that foreground quite a bit. It's too strong, but try purple. I think I actually like the purple better than the blue. See what happens when I turn it off. No, let's go back and do the blue. And we'll tone that down just a little bit. And I forgot I was supposed to be talking because I'm waiting for the effects. Go ahead and bring that up and save it. And then I'm going to go ahead and export it to the saved images in the gallery. And this saving is what always takes forever. That process bar goes all the way to the end, and then you just sit there and wait and wait. I generally like to do these in groups of 3 or 4 at a time, but now that I am trying to video record this process so that I can go back and look at how my work is changing over time, there we go, and then also share it with others. Oops, already did that. Let's go over to the gallery. That change in function, it means that I'm doing this just one at a time now. And then here in the gallery, oops, gotta bring that back down. We're gonna upload this to the VSCO folder in Picasa, so I've got access from my computer where I'll crop it and also schedule it on Instagram. And there the upload starts. Very good, let's end this video.